Decepticons, attack!
How to do the Rowdyruff Sound-Dynamo vocoder effect.
Well, I threw this at Scotty, and then I'll let him tell you what he did with it.
I am Soundwave. Soundwave reporting. Megatron, there are no Autobots in the vicinity.
Just want to point out that was a repurposed Barry White impression. The processing in general for Transformers was very complex, and you get a sense of it when you listen to the show. But each week we would rent the equipment to do the processing, and it was tens of thousands of dollars. Basic piece of equipment was a thing called a Sennheiser vocoder, which imposes the articulation of the actor on whatever. And Sunbow producers wanted a diesel sound for the Autobots and another diesel sound for the Decepticons. And then there were a few other characters that got tweaks on that, but Soundwave was very different. But if you fed the actor's inflection, the melody of the inflection, into the harmonizer with I won't get into all of it, but it would change the pitch of whatever the background stuff was, usually diesels for most of the characters. But I knew what Frank did couldn't have tonality. It would conflict with the musicality of whatever was going on. So I remembered from Dr. Claw. And I thought that's what we can use to impose the articulation without tonality. And Frank says, oh, it was the easiest job I ever did because I didn't have to act, but he did. Actually, he had to work twice as hard because there was not much inflection. But then we imposed that through the vocoder, and the background feed for the vocoder was me playing chords on a synthesizer. Wow. So I'm giving away a lot here.
What? People are going to go home and do it themselves? Is that what you're afraid of?
But, if it was a sad line, then I'd play minor chords and change the chords based upon what would have been the melodic inflection. It was a lot.
Yeah. Sorry you asked.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was a